detected.
Agent, I need to debrief with Schaefer.
You need to debrief with Schaefer. Shut up, Manny. No debriefing with Schaefer. Doing me head. Sorry for party rocking. Right, Kingdom. How we doing, mate? Sorry for party rocking. Debrief with Schaefer. Matty, how we doing? Dear Pigeon. Debrief with Schaefer. It must be Goldie from the Mighty Ducks. I've not seen the Mighty Ducks in years. Man. God, maybe 25 years. Holy shit. Alright, Beanie. You're stuck in the debriefing loop. Go in and out of the manhunt menu. I think that's that got me out of it when it happened to me. Kelso. Oh my god. If I hear it anymore. Oh, Kingdom's over on Kick.
Hello.
Hello, Tech. Right, chat. We need to talk about something. We need to talk about the PAK-CAN. But we need to... oh, you mean the costume? Sorry for party rocking. PAK-CAN is broken. Switching weapons removes the spare ammo. Is that broken though? Because other guns' talents would be removed if you switch them. Like, for instance, the pestilence effect and things like that. So you still feeling this skin? Absolutely, yes. It's crazy good at night time. Like, the mask lights up at night time. It's frightening. I feel like I'm the good hunter. Like, you know what I mean? That feels like it's cleansed. Like, as the good hunter. You know what I mean? That's not that easy why I'm on this tech, because I've got OBS running.
Ah, okay.
It would catch the sounds. I can do it later for you if you want.
Yeah, no problem.
Looks like Casey Jones. Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, chat, do you want to talk about a leak? Do you want to talk about a leak? A potential leak for an upcoming... Oh shit, I didn't realise. Look at that. Look at that. I've been covered in so much semen in my life. Oh my god, what is that sound clip?
You said you leaked.
Sup Chevy? Sup Retro? What? Where did that sound clip come from? Is that you, Tech?
No. Yeah, of course it's me.
Cyber, thank you for the follow. So much semen oh my god. Right, so I know 50. You are lucky. Two in 2 days. Sup Sunset. So, a collab. There has been a rumor floating around about a Division 2 collaboration. Look, it's got the Sokolov. Well, what can you make out on that? Sokolov, Black Tusk. That is cool attention to detail. There's a collab coming. There's a collab potentially coming. So if you thought the Division was going to do a collaboration with another brand of game, what would you guess? What would you guess? We've had Rainbow Six. That's easy because it's in-house. We had what was the other one they did recently? It's not the Dino. What was the other one we had recently? Stalker. Yeah, was it Cass? Yeah, we had the Stalker collab. So what else? If you think there's a collab coming, what do you think it could be? And I don't know if this is true, right? This is literally rumorville. I have not seen the proof. I have not seen the proof. I have the ability to look for the proof. I just haven't done it. I literally heard it 30 seconds before I came on stream. It's not Ghost Recon. And it's not Ark Riders, but that is a very good shout, Kingdom. We had Resident Evil. Yes, we had that collab. It's not June? Tarkov. It's not June. They had a game come out 6 months ago. It's not AC. I can't believe we've not had that crossover though, by the way. Assassin's Creed would be an absolute mint crossover. Stray. Cats. Well, Cheshire would be well happy if we have petting cats. It's not Grey Zone. It's not Grey Zone. It's not Atomfall. No.
PAK-CAN.
Think I'll give you a clue. Shooter. It's another kind of shooter. Not Star Wars. It's not Smurfs.
One's human?
It's not One's Human. It's not a snowboarding game.
Barbie?
It's not Barbie. Hello, Scurry.
Oh crap, I wanted Barbie or My Little Pony. Tickle running around as a brony.
It's not the dino suit, unfortunately. It is. It's not Witcher, but how good would that be, by the way? It's a shooter. It's a shooter. It's not Warframe. It is. Are we all ready to have it spoiled? It's not Destiny.
You lost us.
I don't think they would ever do a Destiny one. Payday. Division X Payday, chat. That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
Oh, Payday.
That is the rumor. Shit! Don't burn your food, Oscar. It's not that good. Yep, you know that means masks. You know that means masks. Like probably 3 masks, right? 4 masks. Division X Payday would be wild. It will be wild. I can't do a video on it. I've not got the proof yet. I need to find the proof. But it's from a pretty reliable source, so... Watch Dogs would be cool, right? They could do some really cool... Especially now that we get more animated stuff on the costumes and the backpacks. I feel like they could do Watch Dogs justice, right? They really could. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, Payday is a really good, like, that'll sell well, right? Let's face it. Payday will sell well. If that's true. I'll try and dig up some concrete info in the next 24 hours, chat. So, there's a couple of things I want to cover tonight. Hold on to your hats, because it's another stream of excitement. Oh.
By the way, I'm missing an ugly face in the corner of the stream.
Oh, you can't even see me. I'm on the wrong screen, chat. Here's me looking into the camera and everything, giving you the sexy eyes, and none of you can even see me. Cass, slide it somewhere that I can, when we can look. I agree. A Watch Dogs or an AC crossover absolutely would be good. Hotline Miami masks, yep. Proof fake streamer, yep. Okay, back. I feel like I'm darker today. Oh, Capo, the fuck is this? The fuck is that kind of comment? So I think the chameleon. So let me talk to you about that, right? I'll talk to you about that. So you know the Chinese version of the game has like the chameleon type cloak that changes color depending on where you stood. I put in a good word for that when I went to Massive. I was like, listen, I get it, right? Reality's reality. We might not get our beloved dino suit, right? But please, could we have that super awesome cloak? And, you know, technical limitations aside, maybe. We gotta see. If it comes, you know why. You know why. So chat, this is what Cass sent me. Oh, this would be sick. This would be sick. If they're the masks we're getting, oh, with like the suits and stuff, that would be sick. I mean, Division's winning right now. If they've got that coming as well, Division's winning.
So, who gave you the info?
Virtual's put something on his Twitter, but I've not asked him yet. There's better masks in Payday 3. Is this Payday 2? Yeah, I think a lot of people would buy Payday stuff. I think that would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. So, we've got a couple of things I want to talk about tonight, chat. Here is the agenda. One, I've got a crafting bug that I'm going to show you. Because who doesn't like where you can craft something for free? We need to check out the PAK-CAN. Or is it a PAK-CANT? We need to check that out as well. Diesel, thank you for the follow, buddy. And 3, we need to check out what the hell is going on in Brooklyn. Because we can get keys and we don't know what the keys are for.
Excuse me?
We need to sort out a treat for Lincoln. I haven't got any handy, unfortunately. Oh, I might have actually. Hang on. I might have some treats for the dog. I have got some treats for the dog. Yeah, buddy. From Sunset. There we go. Happy days for Lincoln. You tell Massive you're glitching. It's not a glitch. I wouldn't advertise anything that's going to get you banned. Sup, Callie? Right, so, yeah, so if you've noticed here, if we go into the bounties, it's only challenging bounties are harder. If you go on to this here, look, you get a key. 3 keys. Chevy Muscle, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, buddy. Diesel, you love my YouTube content. You are awesome, mate. Thank you so much for coming hanging out. Appreciate you, man. Don't mistake your treats for the dogs. Cheers, Ronin. Diesel, welcome. Glad you've come over to the stream as well.
Something to do with those big rooms that we found?
Yes, there's something in the substation. That's the massive room, right?
Yeah,
so we got
2 rooms.
So we're going to go and check that out as well, right? Because I believe there's 4 of them rooms, and I only know where one of them is.
Ooh, you know where 2 is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know where 2 is now. Apparently, I've got the brains that know where it is.
Evening, Tick.
Hi, mate. All right. So, Callie got auto modded for some reason. I have no idea why, but someone ought it out. So, first of all, let's start off with the problem with crafting that you guys might find useful. That Stella put it in my Discord earlier on, because he is all knowing. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to YouTube mode. I'm going to record it, and I'll put it on my channel at some point later. I'm just going to mute myself for a second, guys. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're going to get the full rundown here. Are you ready? What's up, agents? And welcome back to another Division video, where thanks to Stella in my Discord, I'm going to show you a weird bug that we've had before with the crafting bench that actually benefits us in our favour. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Okay, so we've had bugs before with the crafting bench where we can pretty much almost craft things for free. And if you head over to the crafting station right now, if I just pull up a random thing, you can see here this overlord, it requires the overlord materials. Everything else comes pretty easily, but it's always the kind of the actual main material that you can see here. You know, it needs 5 of them. That can be a little bit of a pain, especially if you are, you know, you're crafting like a unicorn type piece, right? Some of the Habsburg things and things like that are harder to get. Well, make sure you have gone into your season pass. As you can see, I only claimed certain things. And these are the imminent armaments. I'm sure they call it that to try and mess me up. But anyway, pieces. Now, the one that you're interested in is claiming is here at level 9. So pretty much everybody's probably got it by now, which is the gloves. And this is going to be a way that using normal materials, you can get the imminent armaments parts essentially for free. So what I'm going to show you here is you're going to go into your gloves. You're going to go to this here. And as you can see, there is no requirement for crafting the gloves at all, apart from the polycarbonate, the carbon fiber, and the protective fabric. You don't need the imminent armaments materials. Now, before you ask, I've checked every other piece. It requires you to have the materials, unfortunately. And I have also checked the measured assembly, and that also requires you to have it. I would have loved for the measured assembly ones to do it as well, but unfortunately not. But what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to, let me find it. Where's it gone? There it is. So it's going to craft 1 glove. Like that. And, you know, there we go. We've got it. And then what you need to take into account here is I'm overcapped, so I'm not going to get any of the other materials back apart from the imminent armaments. I'm going to do that. And as you can see, I didn't get any other materials because I'm overcapped, but I got the imminent armaments materials back. So if you've overcapped massively and you want to craft some backpacks that might be a bit harder to craft, you want to craft some chest pieces that might be a little bit harder to craft, you get the imminent armaments pieces back. And that's probably your easiest and quickest way of doing it right now. Obviously, this is not intended. We've had these bugs before. This is not something that they're banned for or anything like that. But if you've got an absolute ton of materials and you really want to craft a difficult chest or a difficult backpack, then this is going to be the way to go. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. I'm currently live streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so maybe come and check me out and say hi. If not, comment down below, like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye. And just like that, we are done. By the way, do we need to compete tier 17 commendation to get the mask, or do you just need to unlock? You actually need to get to, if I go to the commendations, you have to get to 17 and just beyond 3/4. It's about 7,950-ish, about this point here. So you'll get it before 18, but literally about 10 to on the clock, you'll get the mask. Just ignore you, Capo. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Diesel. I appreciate you, buddy. Ronin, yes, I am the king of the oxpeckers. I have many oxpeckers in my stash. Any news on the pesky skin? No. I was really hoping that pesky skin would show up today. I was like, they often drop things on a Wednesday. I was like, today's the day. Today's the day, and today is not the day. No pesky skin. Right, let me get me buddies back on here. Yeah, there we go. Hello, boys. Today is not the day for the pesky skin. You have to complete 17 and then do just over 3/4 of it, and you'll get the mask. I have done a video for all of them. Yes. Do you want the link? That video actually got approved as an official Reddit guide. It's the first time I've ever been approved as a full Reddit guide. Everything's linked. Everything's linked in the description. Who asked me for it though? On what platform? There you go. I've just put it in the chat now. Diesel's happy with that, Capo. Thank you, sir.
Why is the Cap'n Imminence Armament backpack a named piece when it doesn't have any special talent on it?
I have no idea. Cyber Puppet, I don't know, but if you can, let me know, because that's everyone's for some cheap credits. Diesel. Right, chat. So that's that. So that's one thing. That's all good in the hood. So now we need to talk about these things here. So if we go to bounties, that's what I was talking about before. On a challenging or heroic bounty, you get keys. Now, I don't know if I've got any of these keys yet. Does anybody know if they show up in our inventory? In our resources? I have done some bounties, but I never paid any attention to what them keys were. Why is Imminence Armaments in the wrong section as well? Why is it up there and it's not like here?
So that you had to say it again.
They do. Where do they show up in this bit here? How do you know if you've got any? Oh, is it that? No, Dark Zone keys. Where do they show up?
You must have more keys than that, Tick.
I'm capped on these keys. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50.
All right, there we go.
I've got one off-white key. I don't know why. Right, so I have none. Okay, cool. So I didn't get any from the bounties that I did. Right. Okay, so I haven't done the PAK-CAN verdict yet. I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to move on to the PAK-CAN. Busy, busy night. And then we're going to go and look at the places. Has anyone got anywhere near figuring out what they do? Or if they do anything at all? We're going to do the DPS check on the PAK-CAN in a little bit. Yes. And we can figure out, see if we can figure out these keys a little bit. So, does anyone want to come and do a bounty with me?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that.
Let's go then.
Give me a sec. I'm leaving this group
We'll
because
do.
this is a nightmare.
We'll do this one first. Do you get more keys for heroic bounties than you do challenging?
It's in 4 minutes.
Join in now.
Capo, all I can say is your loss. Chat, thanks very much for tuning in. Again, I think, you know, I don't often get to stream. A back-to-back stream. There's already 105 of you in here, which is crazy. I'm not. That's on Twitch as well. Like, there'll be. Is anybody watching on YouTube? I know there is. I've seen some comments, but it doesn't tell me how many people are watching over there yet. Oh, 25 of you. Hello, everybody over there too. Kingdom was on kick by himself. Don't forget, Twitch drops are still active. I know a lot of people are having problems with them again. I have told people that they're faulty again. Maybe, MG, maybe. This stream started 23 minutes ago. It did. So that's pretty good.
Just got some important information. Something about Kelso had to go.
Oh God. Kelso had to go. If I hear that. Please don't kill me. I got whoa. What build have I got on? Why am I hitting like weak sauce? Why do I feel like I'm hitting for peanuts?
No.
Ah, there's a name boss over there. Do you guys need name bosses still?
No, I got the last one earlier, thanks.
Do you need it, Tech?
Yeah, I'm already shooting it.
Okay. I guess we're detouring to the name boss first.
Take a look at my sexy outfit.
I feel like I've got like either a really bad hit registration or something's really off. I'm hitting for 700k, 800k. I don't get it.
He's not. Wow. Petro, he's not noticing.
That's bizarre, chat. User error? I mean, it feels like, but do we get any drops? See, look, where'd the boss die?
Well, where we were standing.
How did I get no loot as well? This game's screwing me. How do you get no loot from a boss?
Maybe because you've got 16 already?
Not just general loot.
Do you think the emblems on the cards mean anything?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. That's a good thing. Why am I using Streamline? Because I made a video on it yesterday and it's still on my gun. Oh my god, now I can't climb up the wire. I might need a restart.
It's just a skill.
Maybe, Daniel, maybe. Right. But ideally I'm going to use the pesty. But that's how you've got to use Streamline, right? If you want to use it, you can use it and probably do really good DPS. But if you need to use a skill, you need to switch to your secondary. Oh, is my stash knackered too? Great. I mean, he died instantly. What the? 2 shots to the head. Something feels really off. Fire's bad.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Imagine my teammate setting me on fire.
No, it was the guy in the white hunter suit.
So, Firestorm. How you doing, buddy? I thought we established the Caretaker. No, I established the Lexington's the best. But the Caretaker is very good, yes.
Why do I get to return to playable area?
Average? Yeah, I'm feeling a bit average today. Right, I need to put a shield on if this is how this is going to play out. Then I can't use Streamline. Oh my god, it's gone back up there. It's like, no, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Caretaker is overrated. Only good in very close range. Caretaker G36. It's okay at medium range.
You're going retro.
The Huntsman with the FAMAS is a bit more closer range, right? Sup, Orc? What are you calling me a whore for? Jeez.
He's not even paying attention to us, retro.
Oh, what are you doing? I can't take cover. That grenade's gonna hit me, I can feel it. Oh no, it didn't, nice. Oh my god, it's making us go back down again. This is the worst bounty area in the entire game.
Seems to be the whole of Brooklyn. They've overcooked the moving you around.
This is wild. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Talents, weapons, fur on builds that kicks mag size by 50%. Yeah, that's interesting as well, Alpine. Hey, Tickle, try control point conquer merit. They keep tracking the wrong CP. Ah, that's unlucky, buddy. So you cleared the 2 on the left or the 2 on the right. You've been really unlucky, if that's the case. Alright, Miles, how we doing, nephew? That is Capo. Capo is in the chat. Oh, there they are. That's all of them. They don't have time for this bullshit. And that's just rude if you ask me. Give me the keys. Just give me the keys.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Yeah, I see a key.
Yourself another bounty.
Where'd you see the key?
Oh yeah.
That's a
It's
Riker's key.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they got 3 infrastructure key cards, it said then.
Yeah.
As my
See it.
reward. 3 infrastructure key cards. So let's look at this, chat. Keys. There they are. Key card used to access Brooklyn City infrastructure. Was ist das?
Well, that was a poor attempt.
Really, Callum?
Of German.
Oh, is that 3 because like the other materials are dropping tripled? We're not that far from the second location we found, Tick.
All right. So,
It's on the map.
so one thing that's interesting about this now, right? If you go into your map and you go to Legend, you've got a little thing here, look, that says Secure Infrastructure. But I don't think we have this logo on the map. Anyone find sewer entries in the open world that aren't on the map? Oh, whoa, whoa, were Miles? And do they look like this? Because when you zoom in, that logo is nowhere. Could you put it again, Kunal? I didn't see it. So let's go to the one. Let's go to the one near the settlement first. That's really around the corner, isn't it?
Retro, the other one was close by.
I marked it on the map.
He's marked on the map.
Oh.
Yep. Could you send me a location?
This way at the entrance.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Oh really, Jack? I haven't seen that. There is no cross progression. No, I moved from Xbox to PC back in the day. So I wonder if these areas are going to be used for something for them keys. Because, like, if so, I'm just going to farm 100 of the keys ready for whatever it is.
Well, before you jump down the next one, did you check this one? Here, there's also a bridge.
Oh, yeah. With an exit. Could we get to that on the other way around? No, there's a wall on the other side.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, I need to check this out. Who was it that put the video out? I don't mind you saying. It's fine.
See if I can nade it open.
Oh yeah, because look, is that open on that side? Or is that a grey door? No, that's a grey door on that side. We're trying to, so we've figured out that from doing bounties, challenging or heroic in Brooklyn, you get these keys, the infrastructure key cards. But we've no idea where you use them. Although we know if you go onto the legend, there is secure infrastructure with ladders down. But that doesn't seem to show up on the map either. So I'm wondering if it's for something we don't have yet. Or is it linked to these massive areas underground here like this? Sonic007, thank you for the follow, buddy. That have something in here that we can use them for. This is one of the ones that you found? Ah, okay, nice, nice. Yeah, so that's where we got the keys from, a bounty. So I was wondering if I had key. Now I've got keys. Is there something I can do here? Skywolf. But it definitely feels like this is some kind of event area.
As I said, this is way too much effort for a non-space.
So much effort, isn't it?
Cool.
Could be Q, yeah. This one has a comm in it, this one. This has one of the collectible comms in it. Like, there's so many weird locations. Like, it's so well built. I've not done the maths yet. We're going to do the maths after we looked at these areas. And that's kind of it. There really isn't anything you can interact with. Very weird. Chat, very weird.
Stand up here, but...
Fiesta, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, buddy. It's very, very weird. Like, so, look, I didn't get any, there's no keys for this one. So it's not all bounties. So what makes, so this one's now crossed out and isn't available again for another 11 hours. So can we even farm these keys, or is it very distinct? Because that'll be interesting. If we can't farm the keys, then whatever is coming with them is time gated. So maybe farming them now once a day or once every 12 hours, we put ourselves at an advantage for whatever content is coming. Are we on to something else? So what we need to do is see... is the map on heroic? Yeah. We need to get a bounty from doing a hostage rescue.
I was walking to the other location.
We'll go to the location first.
Travel to me. There's a hostage rescue close by.
That gives you a key, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to see, because if the bounties that give you the keys are time gated, stacking the keys now is a huge advantage for whatever's coming.
Tickle, here.
Oh, okay. So this is our second location. Coffee and bagels.
Just keep following your nose.
Oh, look at this. This is cheeky. He did, Matty, yes. Yannick confirmed. Harder content is confirmed when I asked him. He did confirm that. I got the exclusive chat before it was announced. Very ready, yeah. Man, I bet people thought this had hunter puzzles.
I think that's when I found it when I was looking.
It looks like we can stack 99 of the keys, I think it said. Let's just check. Keys.
This one is huge.
No, 999 of them.
999.
So again, yeah, another very busy.
Chest up in this area that got my interest.
Oh, I'm coming now. Let's have a look. Another very busy area. Oh yeah, look at this, like a Rikers marking. There's no way they've gone to this huge amount of detail in this area for it to do nothing. Look at it. It's crazy good.
Created by Tommy. Output. I'm reading the script.
It's like a small PvP map. That can't be a thing, right? They're not PvP maps, are they?
Tickle, you can read the code a bit. If you zoom in. Created by Tommy, Cody.
Oh, guys.
Yes, mate.
I've got a door. I can't remember if I could open this before. Is this the exit? Can you remember, Tech? I think this is the way out, isn't it? It takes you to that.
Way out.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, does it? Oh, there's a weapon box. Oh, so you can get the smart cover mods from these caches, by the way, in the final mission. And apparently there's more of these, right? Around... Did we say there's more of them, chat? Have people found more? Like, look at this here. Why is there like a random loot here? And like, there's just no way this is nothing. There's just no way all that is nothing, chat. It just seems like... Oh yeah, look, and it's not even marked on the map. This is like what Miles was saying. As if you go down there in real life, look at it, you'd be like, no way. It's not even marked on the map. Let's go and do this public execution, see if the bounties drop that have keys. Because otherwise I need to be farming that every day for them keys, just in case it's something good.
Yay, more for the list.
It's the insane amount of content they've squeezed into this.
Yeah,
one.
we've just got some of the keys now.
Remember, Tickle, they need to survive.
But we're wondering how farmable the keys are. If they're on that one bounty that refreshes every 12 hours, or can we generate bounties that let us farm keys? Because that tells me, if we can't generate bounties that let us farm keys, that tells me they're even more important. Yeah, exactly, Q. Yeah, if you go in, you would have to fight through it. There's no way you can just skip through.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
So, maybe I just need to ask the question.
Why did you walk by the other public execution?
I didn't know I did. Whoa. I still don't see it. Weird. You got 12 bounties and only one of those has keys? So are we saying at the moment we think only one bounty a day drops keys?
Wow.
And what's it? Because if only the dailies drop keys, I've been slacking. I need to do this every day. Imagine this is good content that they bring out but needs keys for. And it's time gated on keys. Also, do our keys account wide? Are they individual characters? Oh, we've got all these things to think about. Because then should I be farming them on all 4 of my characters ready? Is it all for nothing? Is it a thing? We're heading to a public execution now, but there seems to be a riot everywhere we go.
Access key detected.
picked up the key.
Why is there so many things going on? So I really like the Brooklyn map. So in New York, right, chat, what do you think, right? So in New York, I used to run around and I used to hate getting disturbed by outside events and other things getting in my way. But I love it in Brooklyn. I just think it just works so nice. Ow, ow, ow. Why does it feel like tech shooting me? Friendly fire, friendly fire. Moist Sheep, bro. Thank you for the follow. Moist Sheep. And why can you collect that many keys? Yeah, exactly. Right, so we got ourselves a cleaner's bounty. Here it is. Active.
Hold on.
No keys. No keys, chat. Set Elmo's is still good, yes. Appreciate it, sheep. No keys. So, it doesn't look like we can farm keys. Because that's a heroic bounty and there's no keys.
I found the box for the key that was lying.
Oh, right, okay. Can anyone else confirm that in the bounties? Do they only have one bounty that gives keys? Is anyone else logged in at the moment? Not even that one gives the key. There could be a currency. I think they might be a currency. There are 2 bounties. I only have 1 feck. Are you telling me I need to do some of these to get them to respawn? Or do these 2 just refresh? Right, so I'll tell you what. Let me switch to another character and I can show you Q. Because I think they're going to be character based as well, which means we should be doing these bounties every day on each character.
Did he just leave us?
Yeah, I'm coming back swapping characters.
Yeah, I know.
See, sometimes wishes do come true.
So if we go into here now, we've got to go over to Brooklyn. Shredder, thank you for the prime, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Alright, so let's have a look in my resources. Keys. So keys are not account wide, so I've got different keys in this character. So that's one thing. And then bounties. There you go. So Wall Street Company for me gives me 3 keys in Dumbo. And then in Brooklyn Heights. Oh, I've got 2 on this character. This Knights one. So the question is, if people join me, do they also get the keys on my bounties?
Let's find out.
That is the question. So yeah, you 2 join me, guys.
Yep.
What's up, Gusta?
I also get keys now on the West Street Company. On my character.
So that is interesting. Right, so we need to test this now if we can get keys on each character. Chat, I'm going to make this a video because there's too much information not to make a video on it. Let's make this a video and we'll squeeze it all in. What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we've just found out something really, really interesting that potentially is a secret that we have not found yet, or maybe a clue for future content that is coming, and you can get ready for it right now. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, so there's a whole bunch of things that I'm going to cover in this video. But first of all, I'm going to cover off what we've just talked about in the Twitch chat and YouTube chat about bounties. So if you go into your bounties and have a quick flick through them, I've got this daily bounty here that's called Wall Street Company. And as you can see, it's going to give me 3 of these keys. Now, it seems to only come from daily bounties. We did a public execution, got a heroic bounty, and that would not go into reward us any keys. But it also seems random which dailies are going to drop them. Because on my main character, I only had 1 daily that would give me keys. This is my secondary character, and it's got 2 characters, 2 bounties that will yield keys. You can see 3 here. It always seems to be 3, and it always seems to be a challenging bounty so far as well. So we're going to check these out. We're also going to test a few things. I've just been told actually in my chat from a reliable source, Q, he's got a bounty that is not daily or clan related, and it yields him keys. So maybe we can farm them. So we'll do some more public executions before the end of this video and test that as well. But what we also want to test is that if people come on the bounties with me, do they also get the keys? Meaning you should do all of your dailies together, and meaning you can stack up a bunch of keys. One thing to note, that the keys, go into your resources, go to the key tab. They come in this section here with the keys, and I'll show you when I get some on this character. And they are not shared across characters. So you can stack them up on each of your characters, and you can stack up to 999. Now, is this going to be useful in the future? I don't know. But could it be a really nice way of getting ahead a little bit just from doing a bounty every day if something comes out that they're required for? Absolutely. So let's go and do these bounties and figure all that out. And then I'm going to show you some nice secret locations that we found that could be related and some other things that we've found out. All right, okay. You got a boss in one of them rooms? Yes, a named boss can drop in the one near the base, right? Alright, cool. So let's do these bounties. Boss beta slid into my DMs. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on, right. So there's been some stuff found. One Riker's underground mission called the substation, one Cleaner's underground mission called the reservoir. There's commendation patches been found for them. It seems like they're part of the open world, like a random event that can spawn if you liberate the whole area. I remember that Yannick mentioned in one of the streams that they were going to change or add stuff to the open world. That could be it, but either it's not implemented fully yet because there are only localizations for it in English and commendations are not visible, or it's scrapped content. Oh, okay. Thank you, Beta. I'm already unmuted. What are you on about?
Are you sure?
Okay, so let's go and do this bounty, and then we need to do a couple more public executions, see if we can get one like Q.
Hello, Gustavo.
So let's find out if... So you guys have got 3 keys so far, right? Yes. On your main character. So this should yield you 6 if this is true.
It's disappeared.
Oh no, it's in that area where it's going to make us go up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm going to tell him about that. It's very unfriendly. Having to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down all the time.
Oh, Retro, we wait here until the final boss is down here.
Chat, the hunter costume is so good. It's just so expensive.
Who's wearing it?
You and me.
Am I?
I'm sure I just saw you with it on.
No. Yeah.
Tripping, chat. Why does it feel like my OD build on this character's hitting harder than my Striker's build?
Window behind.
Why didn't I get anything for my journey?
Oh, shock, it's back down there again.
Oh, they're shooting up.
Oh my god, they are shooting up.
Medical assistance needed.
I'm dead, guys.
Agent down.
Oh,
Just
I'm
get on with it
fire.
and stop mourning.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think it's scrap content. I think it's likely something that's been left in. That shouldn't be in yet. That would be my guess.
Serious trauma detected.
I don't think they like us.
Why am I
Somebody
getting
put
set
in
on
special
fire
ammo.
so harsh from that special ammo? But oh, it's the boss, that's why.
Come on, tickle this decoy.
Yeah, I'm the decoy. He's hiding from me. Is anybody getting a Switch 2 tomorrow, chat? That crept up on us. Saw a tweet today. It's like, tomorrow is Switch 2 release day. I've seen nothing in any of my shops or anything.
Lost that.
There's a name thing also somewhere. Oh,
Do you
this
know,
is down.
at one point there was a... Oh, I've got an exotic. There was a rumoured Division game for the Switch. I got 2 exotics.
What the hell?
What?
Who gets an Exodus and a capacitor?
Well, streamer luck.
That is streamer loot, chat.
I didn't get any keys, I don't think.
We've not
let me
finished.
check in. Oh, that'll be why.
We've got to go back up again.
It's an exercise.
Streamer loot, streamer loot, streamer loot's a thing.
I hope these Division agents are wearing Fitbits. Get their steps in.
You got your catalyst from a world boss? Had you got it from the mission first? Jammy twat. No, that's wild. I must admit, I got a lot of open world exotics from open world bosses. You know when you're farming the Danver network.
Behind us.
Got a lot of exotics just
Okay,
doing
these
that.
guys are-
The drop rate seems pretty high. Back down. It's always the same bounties you. Mine are the same dudes you have. Oh, really? So, although it's not a daily, you've managed to pick that bounty up. And it's not a daily queue. Is that what you're saying? Public executions give you bounties, yes.
Second one on top of.
And they're not ones with timers on queue.
Good job.
Alright, so I've got keys here. I can see them on the deck.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
But then look, so I got 3 infrastructure key cards. So the question is, have these two got 6 now?
Don't think so.
Three.
Nope.
You've not.
3.
So you can't scam them, chat. You can farm them independently on characters, but you can't scam them with your mates. But I wonder if that's the same one we did. So I reckon if we do the other one, I reckon you're going to get 3. Because you've not done the other one.
So 6 a day on 3
Yeah.
from 2 locations.
Yeah. Let me just mute. Let me just change back here for a second and update the video while we're going. Okay, so we've just done the bounty and I got 3 infrastructure key cards. Coincidentally, this was the same bounty that I did with my teammates on my main character, and they did not get a further 3 keys. So it seems that there is 2 bounties that you can do, and essentially that is all you can do within the 12-hour limit, I think it is. Let's have a look here. Yeah, well, it probably 24 hours, right? So you can see this is going to refresh in 11 hours. So you can only get the rewards from that once, no matter how many times you repeat it with other people. So then moving on to this one here, you can see here we've got another 3 keys. Now I don't have this bounty on my main character for some reason. So what we're going to test is we're going to go and do it now on this character. And we're going to test if the other 2 guys get the rewards from it, because they've not done it at all. Just that I didn't have it available on my other character. So let's test that. And we're back.
Hello back.
Welcome back.
It's a timer, but it's a 5 days one. What, this one might be... Oh, yeah, this is 5 days. Oh, I'm going to mention that real quick. So it's a weekly one, isn't it? Oh, don't want to put that one on the YouTube. Okay, one thing to notice that Q noticed in the chat is that the bounties are always called the same, and the second bounty is actually the weekly bounty. So you can see here it's got 5 days on it. So it seems like we can only do a daily bounty and 1 weekly bounty to get these infrastructure keys. So it does kind of make sense to stack up on them now, because they're actually going to be time gated, obviously, going forward. And therefore that might be useful when, if this is really good content or it's good farmable content, when it comes, we've got a stash of them beforehand. Let's go and do that one.
Oh, Tick.
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
See, when we look in our maps at that bounty that you've highlighted,
Yeah.
on the left-hand side it says under rewards, this bounty belongs to another clan. Join to earn full rewards.
Oh, shit. So even though we're in the same clan, you're not getting the full rewards?
I have no idea what that's about.
That's
Check
crazy.
the stream. Can you see it?
Alright, freeze it. Alright, FA. We're trying to... Well, we don't know what the infrastructure keys do, but we're just kind of figuring out how we can farm them, because we can hold 999. It seems that we can't farm them. You can do 1 bounty a day and 1 bounty a week to get them. The bounties are in different locations. Yep. And you can't cheese it with friends either to get more keys, it seems, because they get a message that they're not in the same clan, which is really weird. So it's kind of like something that's kind of half implemented, half not. But if you're like me, stocking up on this stuff, I mean, I'm all for it, right? So when it does come out, if it's something awesome, we've got a stock to go at.
Thank God you're not a hoarder.
A hard mode would be cool. It would be. It would be very cool. It is, yeah. So whatever it is, it does feel like whatever it comes along, they're not going to want us to spam it. It's going to be like a limited time event. But we also now have the ability to farm it a little bit now before we can use the keys. Ow!
He left us, Retro.
Just an... Oh, blimey.
Oh, someone did something crazy. Oh, it's Wick! Holy smokes, Wick.
Oh.
Coming in with the 20 bomb.
Wow.
Thank you, mate. That's incredible. To Bobby, Willow, Spood, Loki, Lord Filth, Turner, Complains, Reaper, SHD Shadow, Adam, 50J, Hypno, Man United, Chris, mate, Fry, Ikora, Sold, Describing Alt, Orc, and Good Guys.
Coming behind us.
Wick, that is naughty, mate. Thank you so much. Good to see you, buddy. And thank you for the huge bomb. That is massive poggers. Guys, if you got something, please do thank him. He's an OG of the channel. He's amazing.
Oh, that was one boss?
Diesel, I'm not. I just, I've always just been good at talking. I often get told I talk too much. How are you getting on, Wick? Have you been playing? Do you lose memento stacks when travelling to the safe house? I don't know. They decay slowly, so maybe. Oh, you've been playing FF14. Oh, nice, man. Nice. I haven't played that in time. Were we on the same server? I can't remember if we were.
What server are you on, Wick?
Oh, bad guys. Lots of them. Surrounded by red boxes.
You got the target. Nice.
Are we sure the map is on difficult?
That's another
Heroic.
one down. Good job.
Well, that was a challenging bounty, wasn't
So I got 3 infrastructure keys. Yeah, it was a challenging bounty. So we'll go to keys. 6. So have you guys got 6 now?
Checking.
No.
No, still 3.
Right, so we need to check it. Have one of you two got a bounty that yields keys?
Yep.
Right, so let's go to text map and then we can show the other perspective while I just update the video. That's interesting, chat. So they didn't get any rewards at all. Wick, thanks again for that huge gift bomb, man. That is insane of you. All right, let's update that. All right, so we just got done with the second bounty, which was the weekly one. And as you can see here from my resources, I've now got 6. My teammates, again, did not get any extra keys. In fact, the bounty, when they clicked on it, actually told them that they weren't part of my clan and they weren't going to get any rewards, which is weird because they were part of my clan. So we are going to try that in reverse. Now I'm going to jump on one of my teammates, his sessions, so I can look at the bounty from the other point of view and we can see what it actually does.
1,270 currency.
I'm back.
Tick, jump into the map and hover over the highlighted bounty.
Sub default. So in text session.
Yeah.
Alright, so I hover over it. Nothing. I think, can someone remove the waypoint? Oh, I don't know. How did you get the
bounty is the waypoint.
Bounty. Oh yeah, rewards are reduced due to bounty because I've completed it already.
Ah,
yeah.
So it knows.
3 because we haven't. You're not getting them because you have.
Yes. Oh my god, why have I not got some? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. So let's just imagine that went deling deling deling, big raid from Pure Prime, deling deling deling, big raid from Pure Prime. Whereas on the wrong screen. Lincolnator, thank you for the follow. Two Talk, how we doing? Star, how we doing? Pickles, how we doing? Lorne, how we doing? Hello, Pure Prime family. How are we doing? Prime, thank you so much for 2 days in a row, brother. Appreciate you, man. We're just trying to figure out these special keys. That I don't know if you've been doing any investigations. What's up, Renee?
We're moving.
Princess, how we doing? Recon, how we doing? So I'm very quickly going to update the video showing this screen.
No, we start moving.
Yep, I'll teleport to you. What did Q say that I never did? Did I miss something?
Work, think, talk.
Okay, so I'm on my teammates map now, and as you can see, the game knows I've done the bounty. It says rewards are reduced due to bounty completion. So we're unable to farm them and get the rewards. It actually reduces the rewards, meaning we can't farm these keys any more than the daily bounty that you get and the weekly bounty. Prime needed to make food, but he says he loves me. Thank you, Molly. I can always count on you. How are you?
No.
I cannot multitask. It's been so long since I've had to multitask. But that's crazy. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the follows. Gin Blue, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. We don't know what the keys are for. So far we've figured out that you can get 3 a day and a set of 3 a week.
We're goblin.
The Notorious Fox, thank you for the follow. Guys, I'm going to swap characters if that's okay. Because I won't have done it on my primary character, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you can stack them up per character. But we've not yet figured out what they're actually for. So what my thinking is that you do these bounties every day and every week, because we can stack them up now and then we'll have a bunch to use when whatever it is comes out, because it looks like it'll be time gated because it's making it so we can only get 1 a day. Well, 3 a day.
Fire.
Agent,
Yes, it is Recon. That is exactly right. Hiya, Sold. How you doing, buddy? Breach, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, my mum.
target is nearby.
Right, so let's see if it says on this character. Right, yes. So because I've not done this bounty on this character, even though I'm on my friend's map, I'm going to get the rewards. So that is more important information that I need to add to the video.
We were just wondering why we don't get any journey updates.
Oh yeah, I don't know either. Sub died, Age Gaming. Okay, I know it all makes sense. I've jumped on another character that's not done any of the bounties yet, and although I'm on my teammate's map, I can get rewards. So as you can see here, West Street Company bounty that is active, and on the right hand side you can see it was going to yield me 3 of these special keys. Do I go to the gym? I have not been to the gym in a while. Do I look like I'm buff? Because if I do, you're my new favourite person.
I'm not sure if these are the ones we need, but...
Thanks again, Breach.
Oh yeah, this could...
Pisa, thank you so much. Will and Notorious Fox, thanks for the follows, guys.
I will check the sewer.
With the jacket on? Yes.
We're not sure where it is. Is it downstairs or?
That looks like it could be downstairs, yes.
No, mine's giving upstairs now.
Oh no, upstairs.
Yeah, it's on me then.
So I'm only hot with the dev jacket on. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, still you need to grow a beard.
No, I grow a beard now. I'm old, and it goes grey. I grow a beard now. Like, no one wants to see Tickle with a grey beard. You know what I mean, chat? You want me to look young and fresh?
Some streamer would accuse you of faking it.
Stream this has been. We've done crafting bugs, secret locations, secret keys.
That's your target.
I'm no better. I'm no better. I know I cringed at Man United, but I'm no better. My team's not even in the championship. I support Bolton Wanderers. Yes, Freezy. The imminent armaments gloves require no imminent armaments materials to craft, meaning that you can give yourself a lot of imminent armaments materials for almost free.
Behind.
Oh yeah, I love the Pesty. Pesty's one of my favourite guns in the game. We're definitely doing some kind of event here. Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there's.
Oh, it was a resource convoy.
Yeah, we'll take the resources. We'll take it. Oh, another follow. Devil, thank you for the follow, buddy. Appreciate you, my mum. Sub Sunset. Right, where is this bounty? Where is this bounty?
On me.
Oh, there. Don't swear at me and don't tell me you'll kill me, because it's just rude.
Promises.
See you later, Collins. See ya. And do you know what I'm going to do for the end of this one? I'm just going to mute and record the end of it so that people can see the actually pop up. Alright, so we're just to this end of this bounty now. We've killed Collins. We've got one left to do. And the reason I'm showing you this now is so that you can see where the reward actually pops up. I realise I've been showing you the keys in my inventory, but I've not actually been showing you how they pop up at the end of a bounty. So we're just going to do this real quick. Oh, look at that. Streamer luck again. Imagine I killed a world boss before and got 2 exotics. And I kill another one 5 minutes later and I've got another one. I'm going to have to start, like, telling people that streamer luck might actually be a thing, you know. Maybe there is a button that gives me better drops. It's not a thing, by the way. It's not a thing. We got a coyote's mask. We'll take it for an exotic component. Well, look where we are. We're near the helicopter crash from Div 1. And there's the boss. So let's just kill him real quick. We ruined his life. Now if you look at the top now and you see the rewards, just keep an eye on it at the very top.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
Bounty completed. And we got 3 infrastructure key cards. Meaning now on my main character, because I've completed 1 daily and 1 weekly, I should have 6, and yes, there it is. I've got 6. So you can do 3 a day and then also an extra 3 a week. So I would probably advise that you farm these now. It might lead to nothing, but it might lead to something, you know, and for the sake of doing a bounty a day, it really isn't that much work. Alright, chat. Alright, so is that everything we know about the key cards? And I've probably just got to go over the 2 locations again. If that's okay. At least I can add up. I mean, that's something. So I'm going to go to the first location and just run around real quick. I'm not going to mute you guys, so if you can mute yourselves, but can you go to the other location, then you can hear me still.
There's a tunnel here.
And then I can get to it real quickly. It's exclusive to Brooklyn bounties, yes. Yes. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, actually, we should check that before the end. Don't let me end the video before I check that. Right, so if you guys mute yourself, but if one of you can go over to the entrance to the other underground thing, that'd be great, just so I can teleport over. Is that alright? Sup, Jim? I think I'm in a film now. Yeah, maybe. Alright, and then the other things that may be related or may not be related. So I'm at the bridge now. And if you come out of the bridge, I think a lot of people have found this, but there is an underground entrance that's not shown on the map. So if we look on the map here, there's no underground entrance named here. But in the legend, there is this secure infrastructure, which obviously infrastructure keys that we get in. There is this kind of symbol. So I'm not so sure if these are going to have that symbol there at some point in the future, and maybe it's used for other content that's not quite released yet. But if you just run down the street here, and if you've been doing all of the collectibles, you'll have been in this one before. Also, an open world boss can spawn here as well. So if you've been farming the open world bosses, that might be another reason that you might have been here. But these locations just look way too detailed to not be anything. They're really detailed. There's lots going on down here. They kind of look like mini PvP arenas, if I'm going to be honest. Not that I think that's what it's going to be. It's probably going to be some kind of PvE content, I would imagine. But if you go into this area here, there is just way too much going on under here for it to be absolutely nothing. That's where the comm is, if you've not got it yet when you come here. But we can't interact with any of these doors, with any of the panels. There doesn't seem to be anything we can shoot down here. There's like generators there. And there's all sorts. There's doors everywhere, like which would look like, you know, multiple spawn points. There's like these kind of things that obviously we open in missions for like something inside to collect. Yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. There's no way that this is going to be an unused area, and if it is, what a shame, right? Because there is just so much going on. Oh, and there we go. Look at this. We found the boss. Is it a boss or is it just guys scouting? Oh, it's just guys scouting. How weird. So enemies do spawn from these doors. Now that is interesting. So let's now go over to this one over here, because there is a second area that you can do exactly the same in. So we spawn here, so you can see where we are on the map. It's just here. Thanks to Retro and Tech for showing me this one. I'd not seen this one before. But if you go into the coffee and bagel shop, you can't get any coffee and bagels, but you can, however, go in and there's another way down that leads to another very, very similar place than the last one. And my chat are currently just watching me as I'm recording this are saying they maybe think like it's like a horde mode area or something like that. That's what Alpine's saying. Maybe like the Chinese version, the Chinatown area that they've got. Flip thinks it's going to be like the pier from Division 1. So there's definitely some interesting ideas. But then this is this area. I'm losing my voice. Again, you know, similar kind of setup. Lots of doors everywhere. There was nothing in this one to actually collect. But there is like Riker's crosses. Lots of kind of things that you'd be able to press. Some kind of computer code going on over here. And again, you know, like I said, looks like a mini PvP area, but I very much doubt that it would be. But, you know, there's doors. And then for this one, there is a second exit for this one. And Q from my chat did mention before, in both of these areas, you would have to fight your way through to kind of exit. So, yeah, super, super interesting. So, one thing we do want to check that was just brought up by Elitus in my chat was, are these bounties exclusive to Brooklyn? So, I didn't check that. I'm not group leader of this group, so I'm just going to have to drop out just for a second. And we're going to go back to DC, and we'll go to New York, and we'll just check there's no infrastructure keys shown up in any of them ones as well. Because then that could be even more interesting. Maybe this is content coming across all areas of the game and not just Brooklyn, which would be even more interesting. But I'm definitely interested to know what you guys think. As always, I want you to let me know in the comments down below. If you could hit this video with a like, I would love to get to 100 likes. 200 would be a dream. I would really appreciate it. So let's just have a quick look here. So we've got bounties. So there's no keys on this. So is it, can we find no keys on that one? So these ones have got timers. No keys. No keys there either. None of them have got timers, so I very much doubt any of them have got keys. It definitely looks restricted to ones with timers. Yeah, okay. So it's pretty safe to say that they are exclusive to Brooklyn. So yeah, who knows what it is? I would love to know what you think down below. Zane said maybe they scrapped missions. I would hope not, because them areas are absolutely insane. But that is going to be it for the video. I can't wait to read your ideas down below in the comments. As always, thank you for all your support, agents. I love you loads. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, chat. So, KH is here. How are we doing? Roger, hello. Who else came in? Muttley, how are we doing, buddy?
But are we sure we found all? Are there more rooms?
There might be more rooms. There might be more rooms. Target Auto, how are we doing? Hi, Dangoat. So, yeah, chat. That's a lot of crazy stuff. That is a lot of crazy stuff, chat. A lot of crazy stuff. So, but the important thing is we know now to farm keys on all of your active characters every day, just in case. You've heard it here first, or maybe second, or third. So, the PAK-CAN or the PAK-CANT, should we do that next? Do you like that? I like that, me. Should I call the video that? The PAK-CAN or the PAK-CANT? Where is the second one? I have no idea where it actually was.
It's, if you're in Brooklyn Heights, going along Cranberry, turn north into Hicks, I think it is. Yeah, yes. Hicks Street.
So like there.
So it's between Cranberry and Midder Street on Hicks Street.
Oh, there you go. So it's around that area there. It was very witty. Not dad jokey at all. Do you think it'll get the views? Get them stongs? That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Right. Chat, what's this new thing I can set on? There's goals. What is this? I don't know.
A what?
YouTube wants me to set a goal on the stream. And I don't know why. So I'm going to set a goal, but by all means don't feel like you have to do it, chat, because I don't know what it wants me to do. Right, anyway, so let's go to DC and see if we can PAK-CAN or PAK-CANT.
Tickle's goal. Your own Playboy shoot.
That's my goal. That was a song once, right, wasn't it? Right, spreadsheet Arunda. I wonder what my target audience is. I can see it somewhere in my YouTube stats. I'm sure it was like something like 99% men over 40 is like my main target audience. LMG build. Right, what's the best LMG? Gusta is awesome. Gusta is awesome. Right. What is the best LMG, chat? You tell me. I don't really want to include the Pesty because the Pesty is very different, right? So, burst DPS, the blue screen. Chat, do we really need to do the stats? I don't think we do. I think IKEA's spreadsheet tells us enough. Oh, is that what it is, Zane? Ah. I don't really like doing things like that. I'd rather people just do if they want to do, right? I feel like, so, like a lot of you guys know I took a long time away from streaming because I wasn't very well. I was pretty sick for a long time. But part of when I was streaming and trying to make it as a streamer essentially, because I wanted to be able to do this full time, and it just turns out that, you know, in the end I really couldn't. Is the pressure, the pressure of trying to make things like that happen, like, it's just horrible. Like, you know, I don't know how people do it full time. Like, I really don't. Like, unless you're insanely popular and just make thousands of dollars from just saying hello, like, I don't know, like Tim the Tapman or something. Like, the stress of trying to earn via content creation is wild. But anyway, you don't use LMGs ever? Maybe now with the PAK-CAN it's time not to. I think we should do the stats. Just to see. Just to see. Oh, this is true. This is true. Oh, do you know what I did find out though? I wonder if the defensive smart cover negates the bombs from the big chunga at the end of the incursion. Smart cover soaks up the like nades and stuff. So I wonder if that works for that in the incursion. That would make standing in the room behind the lovebirds even easier. What I am surprised at, you use blue screen? I love blue screen. I love the blue screen. See, the pestilence comes top there. And plus it has the ticks that aren't even included. When does the fail out leave the store? In 5 days, 10 hours. The reload is great. The reload is great. And that's why if you look at the sustain, like, that's why it's good on the sustain as well. This is what's crazy to me though, right? You would think the PAK-CAN that can get what, 160 or 180 bullets in its magazine, how is it not better than the blue screen at sustained damage? Like, that is wild to me. Like, how? With a slower reload. Like, maybe it needed 5 stacks. I'm on about do you know what the big chunga one? She fires up them nades that come down. I'm wondering if it will negate them and you just won't get staggered by them at all. That is what I'm wondering. So let's have a quick toot at that. Smart cover. So yeah. Although saying that, the overcharge is only 60%. So maybe not. But you can see here, look. Reinforced nearby covers, granting extra armor resistance and immunity to stagger effects to all agents using it. So I wonder if it should just negate the stagger altogether. Plus provide explosive resistance as well. I think this... Can you not go into cover on the side walls, Dan? When you're in the alcove, the side covers not count as cover. Breach, if he was going to use a pesty, 2 builds, strikers or Lengmore. Oh, you can't go into cover on the sides? Ah, that's a shame. This is the Lengmore, and then obviously you know what a strikers one would be. It was a bit messy. Oh, have you tried it? So this would be the build that I would use. So the PAK-CAN.
Maybe.
Say again, sorry.
So we're hunting for extra rooms.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's just do it. Let's just compare the pesty to the PAK-CAN in this build. Right, so the pesty's base damage. It won't take. We can have it done in 5 minutes. 48300. 1.3 weapon damage. Right, so first of all, we need to work out the weapon damage. So the weapon damage should be this, but that's because we get more weapon damage, right? Don't we? From Langmore, we get 30% extra, so that should be 1.6.
Agent requesting backup.
Do we 15 from this. Goes also in 0. We don't get any more. Oh yeah, no, hang on, we do. LMG damage here too. It's actually 1.7. Perfect. Right, so that's all our weapon damage. Alright, Portland, how are we doing? So that's all our weapon damage associated for, and that's max expertise. Don't worry if you've not got max expertise, the ratings will work out the same whether you have or not. I always like to do it at max just so that we can show the max value for if you're going to waste exotic components in building it up, then that's what counts. Yeah, Callans, that is a good build. Negotiators is super underrated. It really is. Everybody loves the knee pads that we got. What were the knee pads called that we got? That split damage.
Trauma.
The trauma.
What's that?
Turmoil.
Turmoil.
That's it. Everyone loves the turmoil knee pads. Just play negotiators. It's way better. You can over damage one of them by running the backpack. Like way better. And they've fixed them now as well. Damage to target out of cover doesn't have an additional effect on the offset. So that's interesting. Right, so total weapon damage. So we're going to get extra total weapon damage from Perfectly Unstoppable Force. 7% for 15 seconds, stacks 5 times. So that's 45% extra weapon damage. We're good. Critical. Oh, let's take modifiers off. Good. Critical hit. So let's right, so then we're going to play this out, chat, as if we're playing mid-range Coyotes. So 10% crit chance, 10% crit damage extra than what we're showing on their stats. So 59.5 is going to be our critical hit chance, but 151% is going to be our critical hit damage. Okay, headshot damage is going to be 85%. Do we have DTA because we're running. We have DTA. We have DTOC. Do we have we have DTOC? No crit chance, but we have DTOC.
Nothing retro.
Here, 8% DTOC. 10%. Okay, so 8% DTOC and 8% damage to armor. Then we have amp damage because we have glass cannon, which gives us 25% amp. And then we have nothing else anywhere else. But what we do have is we have, how many bullets do we have in a pesty magazine? We have 100 in the mag. And we have 49, so 59.5. So we just have to put it at 59, I think. And 41. $59 and 41. How many did I say was in the mag? 100? 100 in the mag. 100 in the mag. Alright, so we've got our damage. We have got our damage, we've got our stats. 100, 59, 41, 100, 59, 41. Right, so we have got our pesty deets. So we're all good with that. Let's get rid of all this. Right, so we're going to compare it to, what did we say we were going to compare it to? The PAK-CAN. The PAK-CAN. So, the PAK-CAN. Base damage on the PAK-CAN, 71538. All weapon damage is the same. Have I got my PAK-CAN on me? I have. Alright, so we've got the PAK-CAN on us. Alright, so that's that. Let's just check the stats. Make sure the number lines up. 225. Oh, my PAK-CAN doesn't line up because I rolled it to damage to armor. Ah. Should we do streamer luck here and see if I can roll it to critical hit chance? Yeah, exactly, Breach. That's why I mess around with my builds quite a lot. Just because. Right, so PAK-CAN. How many rolls is it going to take? How many exotic components do you reckon I'm going to use here, chat? Damage to armor. 15. Alright, okay. Reload speed, so that's 2. Don't say that, Renee. Damage to armor again, that's 3. Damage to armor again, that's 4. Oh, it's hurting. Yes, 5. Guster. You're my hero. You're my hero, brother.
Could probably make some string out of old plastic bottles. Might come in handy.
Don't say 999. Alright, now we're back. Okay, so let's look at the stats now. Right, so something isn't quite right. Something isn't quite right. Options, base stats. So that's right. So why does that number not read right? 225. If I swap to the pesty, that reads exactly right. Why would my PAK-CAN? So the PAK-CAN gives no damage. 15 there. 12 there. So that's the same as the Bullet King. As the Pestilence. Gee. So both have 15 LMG damage. Both have 30 expertise. Both have that. Both have crit chance. Why is that not right? 1.7. Something's wrong. Mods. Oh, you are a genius. You are a genius. The PAK-CAN has a weapon damage mod. Genius. Genius. There's an extra 15% that I'm not accounting for. Perfect. Someone buy that man a beer. Alright, so now I feel like we're over crypt chance, right? Because it comes with a crit chance mod as well. So we need to lower this crit damage and we need to lower it again. Oh, we can't. Maybe it doesn't make sense to roll crit chance on the PAK-CAN. I don't think it does. Because I can't make this any lower. I can't make my crit chance any lower. Damn, it doesn't make sense to roll crit chance on the PAK-CAN. Oh, this got interesting all of a sudden.
I'm getting some sleep.
Take it easy, catch you next time.
See you later, mate.
Good night.
So the question is, what's next best? Alright, lads. So technically DTA would be best.
Could use some more crafting materials.
Ah, shit, chat.
Remind me again what you had on your PAK-CAN.
Shit. Or would rate of fire be better? We need to check that. I'm not changing it back, chat. I'm not changing it back yet. We're going to have to just figure it out. We're going to have to be big brain. Because rate of fire might be best. Right, okay. That's interesting. Yes, Q. That's what we're going to do. So what we need to... So... I need to take off 9.5. So let's get the calculator out. So if we take off 9 point... If we have... So the moment we have 58.5%. 58.5. And we're going to take away 9.5%. So that puts us at 49%. If we take off that roll. Right? Which is great. That's exactly where we want it with the Coyote's mask. So that's what we'll do, right? So for this one, we'll keep that as it is. Total weapon damage is as it is. Critical hit damage will stay at 1.5. Why is critical hit damage at 1.53? Oh yeah, because has it got DTA on as well? No. Alright, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So critical damage is 153. Headshot is 85. That's fine. What's the DTA roll on a gun? I should know. I don't have it on anymore. What does DTA roll at on a gun? What was it? Does anyone know? Is it 12%?
6% damage to armor.
On the bottom of an LMG?
That's my PAK-CAN rolled with it. God rolled. It's at 6%.
At 6%. Right, okay. So 0.06 DTA. Cool. Damage to target out of cover is the same. 0.25 for that, not for that. Right, okay, and then we need to adjust for this. So how many bullets does it get at its max? Is it 160 or 180? I can't remember. I mean, it seems to chunk, right? It feels pretty good. $180. $180, and then crit chance. Crit chance was so 59%, including Coyote's mask. $59, 41, and that's 180 bullets. Alright, cool. That's good. So now that's the PAK-CAN with DTA. So has anybody got a build that has, what's the rate of fire on your PAK-CAN? With your 5% DTA? Is it 630?
690 on mine.
Well, have you got strikers on as well?
Yeah, I'm strikers.
If you take the strikers bonus off, has it got rates of fire on the bottom? That works out right, I think.
There we go, that one.
I'm guessing the rate of fire is 630, right? Because it's 5% and strikers is 15. So if you've got 690, that works out exactly right. So it's going to 630. 630.
I've just swapped out my strikers and it's shown an RPM of 600.
But have you've not got rate of fire rolled on yours, have you?
No.
Ah, okay, that's right, that's fine. All right, so PAK-CAN rate of fire. All right, so 71538. All weapon damage 185. That's fine. Total weapon damage is this. So we're going to take out the DTA, so everything else will be the same, won't it? So 1.53 critical hit damage, headshot 0.85. No DTA this time because we're going to re-roll the bottom of the gun. DTOC 0.08. Amp 0.25. No amp the rate of fire. Ooh. Okay. And again, that is 180 bullets at 0.59. 141. And then it's 180 bullets. 0.59, 59 crit chance. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So, chat. Let me just show you something on IKEA's sheet now that makes sense. That's wild. Let me I'm just checking I've got all these numbers right, and then I'll show you all. That is... So this is burst DPS. So sustain. Ooh. I'm not sure this is right, chat. It feels incredibly off. I'm not gonna lie. So it's saying on this build, so what actually is interesting, right? The PAK-CAN rate of fire, or DTA, is there's nothing in it. There's 0.5%. But that's going to vary if you're going to run strikers or not. So if you're running strikers with your PAK-CAN, rate of fire will be better. If you're running a high-end build, see you later, Q. If you're running a high-end build, the DTA will be better. But only just. There's like 1% in it. Like 0.5% in it. But what is crazy is there's a 45%... A 45% difference in damage from the Pesty to the PAK-CAN. No way. No way. Should we see if we can collaborate with IKEA and get him to check it? No, PAK-CAN's way worse. Way worse. I'm going to try and collaborate with IKEA.
Before you jump over, I'm going to call it a night, Tick. I'll catch you again.
Yeah, no worries, mate. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Right. I've sent him a collaboration. I've never done this before, chat. It just give me this message here.
Yeah, Zen doesn't made a new one in some time.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, it's too bad. I think they would actually have a place, but they might have also... Because also some of the later ones were not the greatest, right? They did make a few bad ones, right? Oh, wait, what? What happens here?
Let's see what he says.
Oh.
Send him a message. If anyone else is in IKEA stream, tell him I've sent him a request.
There's collabs and yeah, sure.
Although, we're doing it, chat. We're doing it. We're collabing.
What does it actually do? Haven't.
Chat. We're doing it.
We're
collabing.
Although, wait, how do I?
IKEA, can you hear me?
Yes. Set up this. You should be able to hear me too. I think. Right. Yes. There we go.
I've just muted my stream. Can you just say something now? Make sure I can hear you.
You should be able to hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Chat, can you hear IKEA?
I haven't used this feature yet.
No, me either. It's the first time, and I thought, when's the better time to use it? So I wanted your maths advice, because seeing as you're a maths genius, if that's okay. I've just been doing the Dodd spreadsheet that I use, and I've been comparing the pesty to the PAK-CAN. But what's come out with it is a huge 45% damage difference. So I almost feel like I'm doing something wrong, or the PAK-CAN's terrible. And I was wondering if you would mind checking my maths.
I can look, because I actually have already on the big LMG tables.
Yeah, I looked at your tables and there wasn't that much difference when you compared just the guns. And this factors in the builds as well. And I was wondering if something was wrong, which seems
so
odd.
I have one that is also on build.
Oh, cool.
Although, well, it's basically all the guns on builds. What would be an easy way for me? Do we have a separate chat?
Yeah, I was wondering that. Is there anything in this? Notifications,
let me
settings.
Bring this window over here.
Guests. Okay. Oh, we've got a shared chat. Oh no, that shares our chats actually. Tickle.
I'll DM it to you on Discord.
Yeah. Okay.
That's maybe the easiest. Because I have that one, which
let's have a look.
I'll
Chat
pull it up on my stream.
Oh, look at this. Yeah. This is fancy.
But that's basically all the guns on there.
Holy moly, this is some spreadsheet. So what what build is this using?
So this is just an obliterate striker and then just set up for LMGs. So
got you.
It's just it's still the same Cheska chest coyote mask.
So you're saying so the GR9 at the top, is that the highest sustained?
Well, that's with frenzy. So you got to kind of look at it in that way. Like all of the frenzies are kind of really high, but they're not real, right?
Yes.
They're not always active. Same for sadist, not always active.
Yep.
And then like things like killer and measured start becoming the
top
actual like numbers you can really compare with.
So where is the pestilence?
And yeah, the pestilence and the PAK-CAN are kind of somewhat lower and then kind of together. I did actually fix up the PAK-CAN, right?
I can see the PAK-CAN at 121. Then your pestilence is lower down. Yeah, so there's definitely something wrong with what I have done, I think. How can I send you this sheet?
Yeah.
Share with others. Can you DM me I've taken it off screen. Can you DM me have you got a Gmail email address I could resend it to?
Could you send it because if you set it just as shareable by link.
Yeah, I got you. Anyone with the link.
And then you can send the
copy link. There we
might
go.
be faster and easier.
See, chat, he's not just a maths genius when it comes to this game. He's a genius in many ways. Let me know if that works.
Yeah.
So I seem to think that the weird thing that's happening is because of the huge amount of bullets that I'm putting in the PAK-CAN, because I'm putting the PAK-CAN at 180 bullets. And at that point, that's when things seem to get a bit weird on the spreadsheet. So this is Langmore glass cannon kind of setup.
Okay, yeah. With
the base damages work out fine. They equate to what they do in the game. Everything looks all right, but then for some reason there's a huge difference at the end when it comes to the DTA or the rate of fire versions. The all weapon damage increase is because the PAK-CAN has a 15% weapon damage mod.
Yeah.
So it gets slightly extra. I class them as being expertise at level 30.
Yeah, I'm just looking through now, trying to see if there's maybe like something like obvious, but
I've classed them as getting 10% crit chance and damage from Coyote's mask.
Okay, so that's DTA rate of fire.
And then
technically the detox, I think, because it has Fox's prayer, right?
Yes, Foxes and contractors.
Build,
yep.
I'm guessing. I was missing the LMG detox, but that's the same for all of them, but that's just.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Oh, of course. Right. Okay. Yep. Got you. Oh, see, there we go, chat. There's the 12.
So,
yeah, there's the 12% missing, isn't there? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
because I'm also not that familiar with like how Dot's sheet is set up.
So the only changes that you can't see is, let me pull it back up. Where's it gone? Is, so if you look in column P, and then to, for instance, go to P3, you can see in the calculation, there's the 100 bullets, so it's /100 bullets, and then you can see the 59 crit chance, and then obviously the remaining 41 to make it up to, you know, the 100.
Oh, that the crit chance is
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
And then it's slash the magazine size, right, to get the burst value.
Oh, but then so the PAK-CAN is like way below it.
Yes.
What you have here.
But obviously, so what I think is going wrong is, see where it says in the actual value where it says equals. So for instance, if I did it on the P3 one, it says equals 03 divided by 100, which is the magazine size for the pesty. And then obviously, if I did it on P7, where it says 07 divided by 180, I feel like that's killing the DPS because the magazine size is so much higher.
But also, no, it should still be 100 because this doesn't do sustained calculations. This is just burst calculation. So the 100 is representative, although I should know it's doing percentages here. Wait, why is there a magazine size in here?
Maybe there shouldn't be. Maybe I've messed that up.
Because I don't think there should be a magazine size in here.
So it should just so it should be by 100.
That's what I was guessing, but actually no, it's doing percentages. I think you just don't. What happens if you just don't divide by anything there?
So there is always definitely a division in there. I wonder if I can find the original one that he sent me back in the day. And I wonder if I've
the thing is, especially I'm just not familiar with these that much.
I wonder if I've messed it up.
Because at the end of the day, this is just doing a burst DPS calculation.
Yes.
And that should not really care about magazine size at all.
Ah, okay.
Because the burst DPS is effectively just the RPM versus the.
So that's why.
Oh wait, is this how it's? Is this where it's just the?
That is why it didn't make any sense then.
Was the original number in that field or in some of these fields 60? Because I get the feeling that might be, because wait, what is?
I've changed that first divide, so where it says 03 divided by, I've changed that number. Now I don't know what that original number was.
I'm gonna guess it's 60 because it's gonna be. But where's the RPM of this weapon actually?
The RPM is in the O values. So if you look in the O column, there's an RPM.
Oh, there, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because calculation wise, oh yeah, it is 03, right? Yeah, so now that should be 03 divided by 60 on all of them. So that's just taking the RPM and going to RPS.
So that's where I messed it up.
That should just be fixed at 60.
That's where I messed it up. 60.
So the PAK-CAN should be quite a bit ahead calculation wise before you add in like a pesty stack or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think this. Well, I've not added. I don't think I've got the ability to add in a pesty stack. This will just be the pesty without.
No. Well, you could just. You basically can take the body non-crit that you have there.
Yep.
If you do that times 5, that's your pesty take.
Oh, really?
So if you, oh yeah, as long as there's no, as long as, actually, no, you have DT, yeah, so as long as you have no DTH in there,
Yeah, there's no DTH
or
in there, is
other
there?
amps that might not apply. But yeah, you have total weapon damage, you have glass, so all of those apply. So it should be, if you just take a max stack of it, it should be the body non-crit times 5.
All right, so basically, yeah, so on that bottom one there, I could do the pesty again, for instance. So I could do pesty here again. So 48, 300, 1.7, 0.5, that's the same. Total weapon damage is the right. 1.51, 0.85. We'll forget for now that I've missed DTOC out again.
No,
we can add that afterwards. The PAK-CAN rate of fire, DTA, it should have some DTA, shouldn't it? That's wrong also, because I've got Petrov gloves on.
Oh, the contractors is in there. Yeah, the other one with DTA should be,
yeah.
Or well, if you have contractors in the PAK-CAN, yes, should be.
Yeah. So that's,
and also on the other one, then likely as well should be.
Yes.
14.
So should be, yeah. So that's 0.14. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. 0.25. Not all right. So, why is that reading different? Oh, hang on, lightly, because this is wrong as well. So it should be /60, like we said, and then that's 60. Sorry for hijacking your stream. I hope you don't mind. I thought I wanted to try out the collab feature as well. I've never tried it out before, so I was like, oh, I want to try it out.
Here. Actually, I didn't know there was a whole like.
So when I went to your stream,
this part to it,
it was like, oh, you can knock and let them know. I was like, all right, I'm gonna knock and see what it works. And then 59.41. Okay, that's fine. 59.41. 59 and 41. Okay, cool. So that should read the same. It doesn't read the same. What else is wrong? 7, 50. Can you see me making changes? Can you see them?
Yeah, I see them. I basically see where you're.
I'm just trying to duplicate the top and the bottom. So 170, yeah. 50.
It's the DTOC is still different.
Oh yeah, okay, there it is. DTOC is different. There we go. Oh no, not quite.
No, it's the same now.
The same, but this isn't reading the same.
Oh, this isn't. Yeah. No, but yeah, but the body non-crit is different crit values maybe.
Oh yeah, this is different. So 0.45, 151, 0.85, 0.08, 0.98, 0.25, 0.
No, looks the same indeed.
It does look the same. 60, 59.41.
Because all your hit numbers are the same, so it's weird that your RPM.
RPM, there we go. 935, and there we go. So that's the same. So you said so basically equals this number times by 5. Did you say?
Yeah.
So that gives me that. So then basically adding this to
you could add it just as well. You could just have this as a separate number, and then here, for instance, just have it. If you want to have like one stack, if you, for instance, look at the list that I have there, the big list.
Yeah.
In there, I have the pestilence several times, like with one full stack or with like one half stack. And then just by itself. So you could play. The thing is, like, you have to make a just a value judgment of like what number you want to go for.
Got you.
It becomes like, but at least having the full stack, you can add in likely like a full stack. That's what I take as my general numbers. So you just take that because that's just once per second. So it's the stack, the ticks are that as a DPS.
As DPS, yeah, on top of this. So yeah, so that's the extra damage that we're gonna do just on top.
Because otherwise, yeah, the PAK-CAN is just quite a bit ahead.
That's
by itself.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the PAK-CAN to be worse. But so But so what do you think though? Do you think the Pesty wins out with the max stacks, with the extra damage from the stacks?
I would say it's overall just a better weapon because it has a damage component to it. The PAK-CAN's magazine just like doesn't make up for lack of damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better now that they kind of gave it because it was actually behind the base wise.
Yeah.
But that 15 weapon damage and 15 crit that they gave it in the end, that kind of brought
made
it
the
up.
difference.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, like Streamline and everything else, they've kind of made it balanced.
Kind of, yeah. There is a place for the PAK-CAN because now, if you're actually killing and stuff, it is enough ahead of the Bullet King.
Yeah.
That it just kind of works out still. But if you're not getting the kills, just Bullet King makes more sense for, like the raid parts where just Bullet King gets used and stuff, for the suppressant of the sniper.
So there's definitely a place for it solo, I guess, because you're definitely getting the kills, right?
Yeah. There's also once you have like 180 rounds, you would have to have a really weak build if you're not getting 4 kills in
yes.
in 180 rounds.
Well, yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's a lot of rounds. So even in team play, like you say, yeah, if you've got a
But then it's just compared to even an MG5 with fast hands is gonna
completely outperform it.
Well, it's not going to be ahead in burst, but it's just going to out-sustain it and be much more consistent because the reload is so short. Because this thing still has a pretty long reload. And then the MG5 already has a short reload, and what if you just go measured or killer, right? That's kind of the deal with it.
I mean, that's the thing with the Pesty, right? The Pesty has its advantage because the ticks will hit the enemies when they're in cover and they're hiding from you. So you're doing damage, that's why it's great.
Always,
But so Capo's asking in my chat, so what's your recommended high-end LMG? So if you were going to go high-end LMG, what would you run?
Currently MG5 is in a really good place.
MG5 Capo, there you go. With fast hands, or would you go damage talent?
Killer or measured.
Killer, measured.
Because that one especially has such a fast reload. It's kind of like AR almost.
Do you roll crit chance on the bottom or rate of fire?
I generally go crit chance.
Crit chance, yeah, me too.
Because also for PAK-CAN, actually, I would still pick crit chance most of the time.
Yeah, so I was looking at that. So with the high-end build, there's too much crit chance. So you can't go crit. That's why I did a DTA.
Oh, actually, yeah, with the high end, I could see that.
Yeah, that's why I ended up adding DTA and rate of fire on the sheet, because I wanted to see what would have been the next best, because with the high-end build, you had way too much crit chance, you see, so.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're comparing it on a high end, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. On a striker, it just barely fits because it lands on like 54. If you do
right, okay. Brilliant.
On everything else.
So yeah, so you could still run Coyotes and it not be terrible, or the seasonal modifiers, and it still be okay. Yeah. Chat, I told you, man. Ikea's the man. He knows. He knows.
Well, happy to.
He knows.
Happy to oblige.
No, you're awesome, mate. Thank you so much. I'm going to wrap up my stream. I'm going to pass everyone over to you in just a minute. So thank you so much for your help, mate. You have been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, no worries.
And great to bust my virginity with this collab. This collab
we'll always remember. We'll always remember our first.
Right? IKEA was my first chat. Right. Thanks very much, mate. And I'll see you in a second.
Yeah. Catch you around.
Cheers, pal. Bye-bye. Chat, how good is IKEA? How good? I'm so glad he's awesome, honestly. He's such a good guy. The man knows, doesn't he? He just knows. Like, I know division math, right? But he knows division math. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he knows it. Like, he's such a cool guy. Such a cool guy. Yeah, chat, he's got some really good spreadsheets, as you've seen. You can get absolutely lost in them. So the PAK-CAN is shit then? I mean, Pestilence or MG5, right? That's where you want to be going. Pestilence or MG5. Pestilence or MG5. Crit chance on the bottom of them. And, yeah. What talents did he say to run on his MG5? killer or what did he say? Can I remember what he said? I can't remember what he said. Measured. Measured. Ranjar, thank you for the follow, buddy. Measured or killer. Yeah, I thought I'd probably just go measured and I don't have to worry about being in a team or anything like that. Yeah. Right, chat, that's going to be it. I'm going to go and make this video. I've also got 2 other videos. Pesty with critical hit chance. Pretty much, unless you're overcapping with LMGs, critical hit chance is your best in slot at the bottom. It used to be DTA, but then they got their change. The best thing is critical hit chance. Because DTA, you're not always hitting enemies that have got armor. So, you know, and health damage, again, you're not always hitting enemies that are just health. Crit chance is always a thing. Always a thing in the game. Yep, exactly, Tats. Exactly. Rate of fire is generally better with strikers because it already gets a 15% increase. So, chat, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. I like to collab with other people in the division like field, right? Because I'm gonna blow my head up a little bit here because I'm not gonna lie to you all because I've no need. I don't do this full time. I do this for the love of it. That I do this as a fan. I would do this whether I was creating content or not. I've just got really lucky that you guys like listening to me waffle, and that's amazing to me. Like, you know what I mean? That you guys like listen to me waffle and then I can go and speak to these guys just like you guys would and get really good advice from them. Like Dodd as well. Yeah, Dodd's my homeboy. Like, he's my Englishman. Like, you know what I mean? So I will always collab with any division creator that wants to, because at the end of the day, I'm just a fan, you know? As if, Capo, we did so much together. Oh my God. We used to play daily at one point. Oh my God, this guy. So yeah, chat. So if you ever have any creators that you're in the chat and you're talking to them, listen, always tell them Tickle will collab. If you want to collab, Tickle will collab. Whether it's just doing something like that for 10 minutes with IKEA, playing a raid, incursions, whatever, man. I'm always up to it. But as always, thank you guys for always supporting me. I could not do this without you guys. I really couldn't. So thank you so much. And now we'll show some love to that man IKEA. Hashtag Tickle will collab. Do you know what? Right. I'll talk. Let me just give you. Let me just cover the KVD thing, right, a little bit. I've not covered it, right, and I don't want this to be a big thing. So a long time ago, right, I was in a group with KVD, like a little chat group. There was a whole bunch of creators in it, and for reasons I can't even remember, I wasn't part of it. It went south, right? There were some arguments in there between some of these creators. There was loads of people in there. I won't name names, there's no point, but there was loads of, every creator you could possibly think about was in this group, right? And it went south. There was a lot of arguments and the group just disappeared. It just disbanded, right? And it just went. And then certain people kept in touch with certain people just in DMs and stuff and things like that. And at this point, right, I was a tiny creator. I think I had like 5,000, if that, on YouTube. I was doing my Twitch thing. I think I was a Twitch partner. I was doing well on Twitch. But in comparison to like KVD, Greybeard, Rogue Gold, Nothing But Skills, Solid, Wids, I was tiny. Like, I was a tiny creator. And I hung off these guys' words, right? If they gave me advice, I took it as gospel, right? These are big popular guys, right? And to emphasize on that a little bit, my whole thought on that now has changed quite a lot, right? I was very focused at the time on trying to make my Twitch bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I would stress every day about numbers. I would stress about people showing up. I would stress if people were in my stream, if I had people to do raids with, if I didn't have people to do raids with. Like, I would stress all the time. Ask Capo, I was like a proper stress head. so much more so that, like, I think I blame part of that on the reason I became very ill last year. Like, I blame part of that is the reason, like, probably drove me to a very bad place, right? Of being pretty ill. So anyway, there was this one day, and what was becoming increasingly common on my YouTube channel before I get to that, what was becoming increasingly, I took advice from a very, very, very big content creator. This content creator now, I think, has got nearly 200k on his channel. It's not nothing but skills, but it's a very big content creator, and they always said to me to grow a YouTube channel, because that's what I was trying to do. I got me Twitch in a good place. I was trying to grow my YouTube channel. They said to me, you should always like a comment and comment on it, to every single comment that you get. And I still try and do that to this day. I can't do it now. Seemingly I would spend more time commenting on comments than what I would making content. Like, I'm so blessed. It's so crazy, like, that I have the ability to have so many comments to try and reply to them all. And I spend every spare minute replying if I can. It's funny. And I always stuck by that rule because I thought engagement is engagement, right? Now, the problem was I started doing you guys remember it, a lot of you are here because of it. I started doing the no bullshit vendor reset. Or it used to be vendor reset in 60 seconds, I used to call it, to take the piss a little bit, because there was a Destiny content creator that used to do a 60-second reset for the what's the guy that used to show up every week selling exotics in Destiny? I can't remember his name. With snakes for face. Exactly, Bosco. Yeah, exactly. Xur. I used to do the Xur reset, and there used to be some 60-second reset for that. And I thought, shit, I'm going to do a Division 60-second reset. That guy's well popular. What a good idea. I'll do a Division one. So I did a Division one, and I did it, and it was a meme, really. Like, I never did it in 60 seconds, but my vendor reset videos were always short, right? I used to get them in like 2-3 minutes. And I ended up having to make them a little bit longer because I was just waffling through stuff, and there was no real substance there. But I still always try and keep it to like 3-4 minutes. That's what I try and keep it to. And the reaction to that was, this video's great. The subs were wild all of a sudden. I was getting subs from it. People loved it. Really good comments. Thanks for getting straight to the point. I still get these comments to the day, right? Even now, people still come on and go, this is great. I've just subbed. You're great. But on the flip side of it, I was getting a lot of negative KVD comments in my comments of people saying, oh, this is great, not like, you know, KVD doing this or KVD doing that for 40 minutes or KV. And to be honest, some of them were particularly nasty comments. Like, they weren't nice comments, right? So I didn't really want to comment on them. But what I would do to get them off my feed, because if you've ever used YouTube Studio on your phone, and I can show you if it's not going to dox me, because I have nothing to hide with it, you know. Like, you can see, if you can see the comments at the top, it puts the newest one at the top, and that'll never go away if I don't comment on it or like it or heart it or do something to it. It filters by reactions, right? And you can change that filter, but then it's hard to keep up with who you've replied to and who you've not. So I end up getting to a point where all the negative ones were at the top, and I had to scroll down to get to new ones to reply to. So to get rid of them, I'd emote on them, because they wouldn't just be saying something negative about it. They would say something like, oh, great video, Tickle. Thanks for saving me some time. Blah, 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 KVD. Blah, 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 KVD. So I was just emoting on them just to, you know, show some nice reaction to it. You know, I said thank you for the nice comment and stuff and things like that. And I never would comment on the KVD side of it. But he took offense to me commenting on them videos. And I get it, right? I'm not stupid. I'm 43 years old, right? I get it, right? That to him, it seemed like I was promoting hate towards him. And that wasn't my intention. And that's why I definitely expressed that to him. And we talked for a long while over it. And, you know, and I was like, look at the comments. I never comment on your but he just saw it a different way, right? And that's fair, right? I'm not against the man seeing something a different way. I'm certainly not. And in the end, you know, and I have got the receipts, right? And I'm not a receipts person. I'm never going to show anybody the DMs. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I don't want that kind of drama. I'm 43-year-old. I want to enjoy playing games on Twitch. So it's never something that I'm going to, like, do. And I looked back the other day to make when all this kind of thing stirred up with him going mental on the stream and being very upset about calling people fake and stuff and things like that. I looked back and I thought, did I really do something that wrong? I looked back at the DMs. And in the end, I deleted them all. At that point in time, I went through my YouTube and I removed every hateful comment about KVD. And I told him that. He said thanks or something. He greeted it in a very kind way. And I said, no problem, mate. And then we never spoke ever again. And at some point going forward, he blocked me. Right? And then I thought, you know what? If that's fine. That he's entitled to do that. If he didn't believe me, if they thought I was being sly or whatever, he's entitled to his opinion, right? Not everybody gets along. It's life, right? You know, it is what it is. I know some people don't like watching my stream. That's fine. They'd rather watch IKEA or Dodd or Nothing But Skills or Solid or whatever, and that's fine. Like, people are entitled to not like people. And I thought, do you know what? We just don't get along, right? It is what it is. And I didn't really know that he'd had so many issues with NGN, Rogue Gold, Nothing But Skills. I didn't know about any of this at this point. Like, you know what I mean? And I only found out about some of that recently. I had no idea he wasn't friends with Rogue Gold. I had no idea he'd fell out with GC Rock. I had no idea about the Nothing But Skills thing. I knew about NGN because me and him have talked for a long time. But I had no idea about any of it. And that was kind of it. Until a little while ago, he had a bit of a rant about everybody. And he was talking about people not raiding on Twitch. And he was talking about fake numbers on Twitch. And I think I'm summarizing here, and I might be wrong, so please don't take it as gospel. But he said something along the lines of that he's told me that I had fake numbers. You know what I mean? And you should learn to grow organically and stuff and things like that. And I swear on my life, if we've had this conversation, it's not in my DMs, and I don't remember vocally having this conversation, right? I would swear on my life, right? You know what I mean? And if I've had, and I can be forgetful. You guys know me, right? I am not the most memorable. Like, I do forget things. But I don't ever remember him having that conversation with me. And then obviously the fake fuck thing the other day and stuff and things like that. So it just kind of is what it is, right? And he's entitled to his opinion. I get that. But I feel like if he's clashed heads with me, it really feels like it's over nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know that on some places on the internet, there is probably, oh, fuck's sake, Tickle's running Lincoln Memorial again. His fucking videos are shit. Or Tickle's doing that. Like, but if someone puts that on another creator's video, I'm not going to come at them because they've not done it. It's not their fault. So from my reckoning, it really feels like it's all over nothing. Like, you know what I mean? And do I think we're going to be best friends or, you know, or whatever? No. But do I, you know, the reality of it is, you know, regardless of his problems, regardless of what he's got going on, because I know there was something about a hurricane. I know he's an ex-veteran, you know, and stuff and things like that. And I have a lot of respect for military people and stuff and things like that. Wolf, Dodd, my best friend, they've all served. You know, I have like that's something I know I couldn't do. Right? I'm not man enough to serve, right? I am not man enough to be a veteran. Capo, like there's loads of people like that have served. I'm not man enough to do that. Like I've got fucking girl hands, like you know what I mean. So I have a lot of respect for these people, and so it just confuses me, right? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like you know what I mean. And Sweet Lips. I just don't get it. And to be honest, it all seems like it's a lot of hate for whatever reason for, I don't know, unless he thinks I've said something that I've not recalled, or we've had a laugh in the streams. We've gone, oh, everyone's a bot. Everyone say beep bop. Like we've had laughs, but that's certainly not trying to be offensive. It's just trying to make light of the situation. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody has different temperaments. Everybody feels, you know, differently about different things. So I just don't get it, chat. I just don't get it. But it's certainly not coming from a place of hate. And yeah, he probably will never watch this, or he'll probably never see it or anything like this. But, you know, that's just my point of view on it all. And I didn't really want to do a skills thing and make a video on it or anything like that, because it really feels like it's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I've sat here and talked for 20 minutes about it now, and I really feel like I've told you nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't get it. I get the stressfulness of being a content creator. We talked about it even before we talked about this, how the numbers game, how I used to struggle like with my viewers being over 75. Like I used to stress a lot. I get being a content creator can be stressful, and especially if you're reliant on it for your income and revenue. If it's your only income and your only revenue, I absolutely get it. Like, you know, to me, I have 2 jobs. You know, I work during the day. I'm a dad after work, and then I come and do this at night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and somewhere in between, I've got to fit in being a husband and my friends and my family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to try and do all that as well. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I do want my content creation for the Division is huge for me. I would love to do this full time, but financially, I just can't. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a sad situation, chat. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't mind making light of anything and, you know, and stuff and things like that. But subscribe for tickles at night, you know. And yeah, so I just don't. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say. I could go around in circles all night. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, I agree, Lexi. I agree. And I think, and this is why I was talking before when I went and spoke to IKEA, and like I would like to collab with everybody, because I don't feel the need anymore. I've come to the point in my content creation where I love it when it does well. 30k on YouTube. If you'd have asked me this time last year, would I be at 30k? I'd have gone, no way. Not Tickle, no way. We're nearly at 33k. We're only celebrating 30k the other day. But I'm at that part in my journey where I'm just letting it happen. I'm enjoying playing the game. I'm enjoying making the content, and I'm just letting it happen. And I think that point now has just made me like, everything's just better. Like, I think you guys get that vibe from me as a content creator. I think you feel like, I think people just feel like, oh yeah, he's chill. Like he enjoys what he's doing. He likes it. He's not forcing the content on me. I hope I'm not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think like that's what 3k new bots. Like, and I think that like I don't, if I go and like I'll say, go and watch IKEA. He's great at maths. Like, it's not a self-promo thing for me or anything like that. If he grows, like I grow, because more people watch Division, more people could come and watch me as well, or watch him, or whatever, you know what I mean? That's why you're watching. It's the English accent, right? All right, that's what it is. That's the first. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it, chat. I don't want to make any judgments on it. You know what I mean? I'm not one to hold a grudge. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there'll be something else this time next week. Somebody else will have fell out. Somebody else will have argued, you know, or whatever. Is what it is. My DMs are open. He knows he could get in touch with me if he wanted to. You know, if he, you know, I don't feel like it's really my place to reach out to him. But I certainly wouldn't go at him in a DM if he came to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't hold a grudge. I would love to know why he said it. You know, not in an argumentative way. I would love to know why he felt that way about me. Maybe I can, you know, change that understanding or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, this is it. I won't talk about it again. We'll have a laugh as we always do, you know, and yeah, it is what it is. And I've got a dev jacket. I've got a dev jacket. Mwah. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, chat, I'm going now. I said I'd raid IKEA like 20 minutes ago, and we're all still sat here. So, yeah. If it ever does come up, like, don't bring it up. But if you ever around and it comes up, you can literally say that to him. That if you wanted to slide into my DMs and talk about it rationally, you can do. You know, he could get into my Discord. He could get into my Twitch DMs. You know, he couldn't get into my ex DMs. He blocked me, so I blocked him because I'm a big child. But, you know, I'm not, it's not like an invite. I don't want it to be like that. It's, you know, if he wants to, he can, but that's it. Like, you know what I mean? It's always the hoodie, Burman. It's always the hoodie. Anyway, chat, that is going to be it. They're fucking gone up. What the fucking hell? I need some vodka. We got some vodka. Kelso had to go. Fucking Kelso. Right, my friends on YouTube, you lovely, lovely, lovely people. I'm going to go and debrief Schaefer. And I'm going to make this video. And you guys on Twitch are going to go and watch IKEA. If you're watching on Kick, no one's watching on Kick. Why do I stream on Kick? Nobody watches Division on Kick. Why do I press the button? Yeah, it is, yeah. You guys on YouTube, do me a favor, if you're watching on YouTube, press the like button. It really does help me out. Out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Thank you, Gusta. You're a legend as always. Yeah, do me a favor, click the like button if you're on YouTube. I really would appreciate it. I'm going to send the rest of you over to IKEA if you're on Twitch.
Oh my god, let's go. Let's go. We get it.
There's Capo. I have got 3 videos that I've made during this stream that are going to come out soon over the next 12 hours. So please do support them like you always do. You're all legends. Let's raid IKEA. Let's get you guys out of here. Just tell him that I was talking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just say, sorry we're late. Tickle was talking shit. It's fine. But thank you for the follows. Lexi, thank you so much. Pancake, thank you. Ranger, thank you. And Kuzna Zake, thank you so much. I probably butchered your name. Oh, look at that. All 174 of you are going over in the raid. Just saying. Anyway, chat. Yes. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for being awesome. Like I said, I couldn't do this lot without you, so... You lot have a lovely, lovely, lovely... Well, yeah, I mean, we'll have to ask him when we get over there, Zane. You guys look after yourselves. See you in the next one. I might be back tomorrow, chat. I might be 3 for 3.